Oh man, we need to talk about Sonic. Yep, previously Fantom, now Sonic. Is it catching on yet? We need to get real with this whole Sonic project. You can see here price action has been horrendously painful. The last 2 days have been a little bit positive, but it's time to spill the beans. Am I holding? Am I selling? Even if I am holding, am I giving up on the project? There's loads to get into, and this is going to get a little bit messy, so make sure you smash some likes. Do not forget to subscribe, sit back, and I'm going to be as honest as possible. Now, dating back, for those of you who've been following this channel for a while, you will know I was one of the early proponents of Fantom, right? This was one of those projects which I was doing my research on. Nobody was talking about this project. And I shared a video many years ago, which a bunch of you guys here in the community jumped onto, and you were also fans of Fantom, right? You were probably searching for somebody who was talking about this token, and I happened to be one of the few doing so. And at the time, what Fantom was known for was DeFi. They were a strong player in DeFi, but their price dynamics were hugely undervalued, which first caught my attention, which is when I started to accumulate. Throughout the coming years, we spoke about how Fantom was great in terms of its tech. We rode the ups and downs of Andre Cronje leaving, only then to return later on, Michael Kong stepping in. We rode the hack around the bridge, we rode the MetaMask leak of the employee wallet, and now we're here with the Sonic upgrade, with the tech being a lot better, but the community being very frustrated. Now, along the way, I've had my fair share of people in the Fantom community who've been giving me some stick, who've been saying, oh, are you, 1 minute you're selling, 1 minute you're not. When have I ever said that? And unfortunately, we've started to see some real toxic vibes in the Fantom now Sonic community. And we need to talk about it, because the fact of the matter is, if you want to be successful, you've got to be impartial. You've got to be impartial, and you cannot marry any of these projects. You need to understand where you stand. I've never been paid a single penny by any of these projects, which is what enables me to talk the truth whenever I need to. When I had Michael Kong on here, I asked him the difficult questions. When I had the Simone Pomposi, the CMO at the time, I asked him the difficult questions. In my last video when we covered Sonic, I've implored Michael Kong, Andre Cronje, any of these guys to come on the channel and speak to the community. It takes 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes of your time to put in this video and address this community, which is daily messaging me for a Sonic update. They would love to hear from the team around what's going on with the merger. Give them some direction, yet it doesn't come. Yet instead, it's better to be toxic behind the scenes and say, oh, this person is speaking badly about the project, therefore, he's just not to be taken seriously. How does that make any sense? You've got to address the negatives in the room if you're a serious project. Look at what's going on with Ethereum at the moment, right? People are giving it stick. It's up to Ethereum. They either learn and get better, or they're going to sit there complaining and saying, oh, no, these are just a bunch of people that are whining for no reason. You've got to listen. Right? There is feedback to be taken here. So we need to talk about this seriously. We're going to get into the thick of it. I mean, you can see here, price action has fallen off a cliff since the transfer across to the new platform. You can see here, these are weekly candlesticks you're looking at, guys. Horrible candlestick, which started here at 0.86, closing this candle at 0.7. Then you had another week down 20%, the following week going as low as 54 cents. The next week after that didn't get any better, falling 9% here, down as low as 50 cents. And this week we're getting a little bit of a reprieve, right? We fell as low as 43 cents. People were saying, oh, how bad is this going to get? But we're starting to see a bit of a dip buy, and that's good. That's a good sign. And let's cover this early. I've not sold any of my Fantom tokens. I've upgraded them to Sonic, and I'm holding my Sonic, right? I am not somebody, regardless of if, the people at Fantom or the people in the community, in the Fantom community want to say and hurt my feelings. I'm here to invest. I'm here to back good projects, and I've always maintained that the team behind Fantom are super talented. And for that reason, I put my money where my mouth is, and I don't waver. I've held on for years, and I do that when I hold good projects, whether in the traditional market, whether in physical businesses which I've invested in the real world. I back people and I back good projects, and I don't just do so for 2 weeks like a meme coin to then just dump it thereafter. No, if I've done my research and I have conviction in a project, you guys will vouch for this. I have real conviction, and I will continue to have conviction regardless of what the price says. I've always said here on this channel, price is a lag measure. I couldn't care less that people are getting upset about the price. Where I'm getting upset with the stuff going on with Sonic is what it was always about. It was never about the tech, was it, guys? It was never about the tech. When have I ever complained about the tech? When have I ever said that the Fantom tech, Sonic tech, has been substandard? It hasn't. And in fact, when this got announced that they were going to upgrade to Sonic, I had two things which went through my mind. I shared it on video too. I said, one, it's a good thing. I get it. You have to keep your tech relevant. But I'm worried about the marketing element. I knew it would create confusion around the brand. I knew that people find it difficult to merge from a Fantom to a new ecosystem on Sonic. I knew there would be problems with the upgrading and the porting because things like that aren't easy in the crypto space. It's hard enough for people to figure out how to set up their Coinbase and buy some Fantom in the first place, and now you're telling them to upgrade on a port. It's difficult for people. I knew it was going to cause commotion, and you can see that commotion. But the saving grace is you do get commotion like this. You do. With any big business, when you're going for a transition, you get commotion. It's just part of the game. You will get ups and downs. You'll get these moments where people are resistant to change. I remember when Instagram would change their logo slowly and everybody loses their minds. And then they forget about it. They get over it. They remember. Look at Twitter, change it to X. People still call it Twitter. They still say retweet. They still, even the URL still says Twitter. But people get used to it. Right? People get used to it, and with time, you'll call it X eventually. For a little while, you're going to say Twitter previously, X previously Twitter. You'll say Sonic previously Fantom, and you'll get over that. That bit I can figure out. The bit I can't figure out is why are you letting go in the community? Why are you not active? What was so strong about Elon Musk, since we're using the analogy, when he did the Twitter to X transfer? He led by example. He was very vocal on the platform. He was using the platform every single day and talking to people via his own platform every single day, so people got accustomed to it, and he continues to do that. Why are we not seeing the same here? Why are we not seeing the community active on every platform? Get on every platform, get on every single podcast you can. You should be exhausted and lose your breath every single day because you've spoken to the community that much. Not sitting behind code. The Fantom code is already good. Let's not hide behind codes. And I know this because I'm a mathematician. Sometimes I don't want to be super out there and talking to people. I want to be an introvert, right? And at times like that, I can understand these developers. They don't want to be out there in the mixer speaking all the time. But you've got to do this circuit, especially now when the community needs you the most. You've got to be out there flying the flag, talking about Fantom now turned Sonic, reminding people about how great the tech is and how revolutionary it is. Otherwise, nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to do it for you. I'm making videos here to share. I'm not on no Fantom payroll or Sonic payroll. I don't need to make a video about Fantom. I don't. I do it because I care about you guys, the community members who are watching this, who want to update. So I share my research with you guys. I don't get any inside information. I don't get anything early. I don't get paid a penny, right? I don't need to. It's their job as a team to get the content out there. Where is their content? They need to be pushing it out, and the community needs to stop being so toxic around this stuff. Because frankly, you're not in a position to be toxic. You need to be in a position where you're welcoming, where you're allowing people to find out about your community, make it easy to use, be friendly, and build a community. The hardest part about building a successful layer 1 crypto solution is the community, right? Tech is whatever. We've just seen that with DeepSeek and OpenAI. Tech is tech. It's about the other barrier to entries are usability, making it easy, building a community, letting people be part of something. Let them feel part of something. And we don't have that sense of belonging in the Fantom Sonic community. Sorry if this is a damning indictment, guys, but it's just how I feel. Right now, there's nothing. Especially with the rebrand, there is no attachment to any brand in terms of Sonic and the layer 1. People believe a lot in Solana. People would, literally, hang their final things on Solana. They really believe in that platform. People really believe in Ethereum. Even Cardano to an extent. People swear by Cardano. Where's that feeling for Sonic? Where's that feeling for Sonic? It's not there. That being said, it's not all doom and gloom. I've had to get that out there because I need to be transparent with you guys. I still believe the project can do great bits. I still think we're hugely undervalued, guys. We're sitting here at a fully diluted value of 1.66. Super low, guys. Super low. And I think people need to understand this. This is low. This is really low. If we come back here into CoinMarketCap, just take a look. Ethereum, current price with everything going on and everybody whining and complaining Ethereum's not all that. 400 billion. 400 billion. XRP, 180 billion. Solana, 117 billion. There's a lot going on in Solana. We can't compare it to Sonic. People are in the trenches on Solana. They're using pump fund. There's a lot of transactions pumping through Solana right now, albeit with congestion, albeit with some downtime. Solana knows That's what they are, right? They're a Ferrari which breaks down. People have accepted that. They still want to use it. They still use it. It's still reliable. It's being used, right? And so what then we move down to BNB, 100 billion. Let's take a look. Dogecoin, 49 billion. So, I mean, again, we're talking 1.5 billion fully diluted on Sonic. Fully diluted. Cardano sitting at 35 billion without much going on. And I hold Cardano, so I'm not trying to shit on Cardano. Not a lot going on. $35 billion. If I jump into Cardano, let's take a look at the fully diluted. 44 billion. 44 billion fully diluted compared to the 1.5 we were looking at on Fantom. Avalanche, 14 billion. Let's take a look. Watch their fully diluted, guys. 24 billion. Right? Hugely undervalued still, so much potential. And even more so when you take a look at the TVL. This is what frustrates me. This is the same as what we saw in the last cycle. Look at the TVL climbing back again. It's coming back. Now remember, at its peak, Fantom had a close to 9-10 billion worth of total value locked. People were using their DeFi protocols. They were. It was being used daily, i.e. utility, right? That's the aim of the game. Now we're starting to see it climb. It's good. $250 million back, locked in. 27th amongst all the chains. Let me just show you this. You can see it. Let me just pull up all the chains. You've got Ethereum, then Solana, of course. You've got Tron, then you're coming down to Base at 6, Arbitrum at 7, Sui in the top 10, Avalanche top 10, Hyperliquid now jumped in at 10, Aptos is 11th, Polygon is 13th. I mean, Fantom, the annoying thing is this Fantom should have been up there, should have been in the top 10. Now, doesn't mean it's not good that it's 27th and it's making some progress. Okay, fine. I can see, and I'm sharing with you guys that we've got 285 million locked. That's fine. I get it. But the reality is, could have been a lot more. I mean, if you're looking at total value locked in Ethereum, 65 billion. Solana, 11.3 billion. Okay, fine. Don't even compare to those. Let's compare to Base, which Coinbase spun up pretty quickly. 3.5 billion already. Arbitrum, the layer 2 scaling solution in Ethereum, 3 billion already. Sui, 1.8 billion already. Avalanche, 1.4 billion. We're behind. It's behind, right? So we can sit there and clap and say, oh yeah, but it's coming back. I hope it is. At the moment, what I'm seeing is, yes, it is coming back. We are seeing it, but the vast majority of that is coming back in silo finance, right? Because people are jumping onto silo.finance, and mainly they want this 23% yield that you're getting on your silo tokens, right? Which again is probably a risky, gives me Anchor Protocol on Terra Luna vibes for those of you who are around at the time. Whenever it's too good to be true like this, it normally gives me the jitters and makes me feel a little bit nervous, right? So that's where we're at. Yes, you know, there is potential here. Yes, if you look at it from the perspective of valuation, like I just shared with you, other layer 1 solutions are leaving Fantom behind, but then so are they in terms of the total value locked. So the next metric to look at is, how is it pound for pound, right? How is it as a percentage? And that's one thing we can start to look at, is what is the percentage of TVL to the market cap. So if I pull that up here, I don't know if you can see it here on the side of my screen, but I'll read it out to you anyway. I can just see it here on my other monitor. If I go down to Sonic here, read it across, 6. So you've got a multiple of 6. The market cap is 6 times the total value locked. To compare that, Ethereum is the same. 6 times. Solana is getting valued at a 10 times its TVL. Tron is getting measured at a 3 times, right? 3 times. You could say Tron is undervalued compared to the amount of TVL they have in the system right now. So no longer are we seeing this opportunity. When I was making videos about Fantom well before, they were at a hugely low multiple compared to some of the other platforms in terms of their market cap as a percentage of their TVL. So now it's valued at the same as Ethereum pound for pound. Now again, you expect a lot more TVL to come into Ethereum. You expect a lot more in Sonic if we get the eventuality of this bull run. But there's a lot left to do, right? There's a lot left to do. So that's my vent here on Fantom. Hopefully you guys appreciate this video. If you like this type of content, make sure you smash up the likes. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know them below. Let me hear from the community itself. I want to hear from the Fantom holders themselves, the Sonic holders themselves. How do you feel? How do you feel? Does any of this resonate with you? Let me know in the comments below. What's your message to the foundation as well? Maybe one of the foundation team members may be scrolling through the comments. Maybe they can take something away. If you appreciate this type of content, smash up the likes. Tag in the Fantom Foundation. If Michael, if you're watching this, Andre Crony, if you're watching this, anyone in the community, if you want to come on and address the community, be my guest. You have the floor. Speak to the community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.